Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode number 53 of the Last Place Fire Team Show. Today is Tuesday, March 15th. We're a few days away from St. Patty's Day, gentlemen. Not long now, right? You guys excited for that corned beef and cabbage?
What?
You guys didn't know, did you?
Yeah,
You guys didn't know, did you?
I did know. I did know.
I didn't know.
You gotta
Yeah.
just see where you're green. No?
Doing my own thing,
Right?
man. By the way, just to let you know, I might lose power.
What?
Okay, is it
There's
thunderstorm?
there's thunderstorms and stuff over here.
Oh,
damn.
no!
That
Yeah.
sucks.
We'll see.
But
Oh
It's a fun show.
speaking of things sneaking up on us, the time change also snuck up on me. I don't know about you guys, but
I woke
it, like,
up. I
messed
woke
me
up
up.
the next day and I was in the car and I was driving and I thought it was one of those moments where I thought I woke up early, and I was like, oh, I guess because I was heading on the way to work, and it said 7:30. I was like, okay, I guess I'll get breakfast, and then I went to go change the podcast, and then my clock on my phone said 8:30, and I was like, wait, what? Am I early or on time? So I went to work, and then I had to look it up, and I was like, was the time changed last night? And I was like, yes. I was like, oh my God, thank God our phones do it for us now, because I'm so used to going on Facebook and everybody's like, don't forget to change your clocks. And nobody did that this year. So
Exactly. That's usually where I see
It
it
just
first,
kinda-
and that's the thing that
yeah.
reminds me. But I woke up Sunday and
I was
it just
super
happened. Like,
tired. I was super tired. My alarm went off. I was like, why am I so tired? Like,
I still cannot get used to it. It's messing me up like
Yeah.
hardcore. I'm barely awake right now. But yeah, episode 53. We just did our first ever live show in person last week. If you guys were there for that, thanks for stopping by. If not, we hope to do that again. Maybe monthly. Can't promise anything, but I think it'd be cool to get together again because definitely a different experience. I would say. So
And
yeah,
if you haven't seen it, you can go check it out on the YouTube.
yeah, if you missed
yeah.
out.
Yep. And I am currently working on the vlog version of that day. We didn't really have a lot of footage after I looked at all the clips, but I can make a little something out of it.
I did my job. Just
I
don't
like
put
the
that
intro
out there.
so far that I got. It's pretty funny, thanks to Chris.
What?
It's gonna be good.
What's the
Yeah.
intro?
Some of your clips made for a really good intro, so you'll see.
no.
So hopefully I can have that finished and uploaded as soon as possible. I just gotta sort through everything first. But so how you guys have been doing since just a few days ago, Chris?
My life has been chaotic. I leave for Massachusetts on Thursday, so I'm trying to get all my stuff together. Waiting on my Steam Deck that I have not ordered yet. What else? I've been playing Mario vs. Sonic, the Olympic Games. I've been actually enjoying that because there's the story is like basically Eggman and Bowser are trying to get Mario and Sonic out of the Olympic Games. So Eggman makes a machine, and Bowser messes it up, and they all get sucked into this machine, and then they're back in their retro form in Tokyo 19 whatever the Olympics was in Tokyo. I think it's 46, something like that. So it's like old Mario, old Bowser, Sonic, Eggman, like they're all the retro forms of like the 8-bit versions of them, and I'm like, this is really cool. So you're swapping between doing the Olympic Games in that world, so it's, a lot of it's just like tap A really fast and hold B to like charge up and let go so you can jump, and then you're back in the normal world where it's like take your Joy-Cons, like run really fast and all this other stuff. So it's really cool, the game that it's like, since it's switching around, but it's really making me I think I'm gonna buy Sonic Mania because it's like 10. It's been on my wish list since it came out, and I think it's like $10. But the second Sonic movie and seeing Sonic in that form, I'm like, man, I really want to go back and play these games. So yeah.
Was it? It must be the 1964 Summer Olympics. I can't imagine.
Yes.
It was the 1940s because that was pre-war.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's 64 then. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What about you, Alan?
I'm good. Unlike you guys, I was fine with the time change because I just slept. I didn't have to wake up. Wait, listen. Sometimes the single life can be fun. Sometimes you have to wake up on time.
The single life, that has nothing to do with the single life.
Right? You don't have to be married to be tired.
Well, listen, but you guys had to wake up early on Sunday. I did not.
Yeah, I mean, my back was hurting from carrying this
I'm
team all
just-
the time. It's crazy.
What?
But
Whoa, whoa,
Wait,
whoa.
I didn't have to wake up early on Sunday.
So then why'd you wake
Well,
up?
why'd you
early?
wake up? That's how you know you're old.
See,
You
that's
just
what I'm
waking up
saying.
like early.
Okay, so wait. Does the time change? It happens on Sunday, right? Like
It
Sunday when you
happened
wake up.
Saturday night.
Night. Okay.
So
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know why I was
Well,
so
I don't
tired.
know what happened to you, Yendi, but
Maybe
I
I
know
did have to
Chris
do
has an
something.
excuse because he had to wake up and go to work the next day.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, had no reason to be up unless you were woken up by, the wife or the child. Then I would understand. That's what I'm saying.
It probably has something to do with the child,
That
actually. Yeah. Well, anyways, what have you guys been playing? Anything?
I've been
Wow.
playing Horizon still. I'm working through it, trying to get done so I can start something else. Not that I'm bored of Horizon at all. It's just thinking of all the games that I have to play is kind of getting to that point where it's like I need to beat it, and that
Yeah.
way I can play something else. But I've been enjoying it. Like I said, I haven't really played anything else besides Horizon. I'm still
Real
doing
quick
my
before you
movie.
go off Horizon, I'm pretty sure I just spoiled a big part of the game for myself.
Well, don't tell me because I have not seen anybody post anything.
Nothing.
I was
Don't worry
looking
about it.
through Reddit for news, and I looked at some person's screenshots, and I'm pretty sure those are like massive spoilers. I'm kind of pissed at myself that I continue to look at them. But my thing with spoilers, man, I just can't have enough. It's just something about knowing something you're not supposed to know. But yeah,
man.
if that's gonna be interesting. If that's what the game has in store. But anyways, yeah. What else? What else have you been playing besides Horizon?
Yeah, but that's the only thing I've been playing as of right now. Still watching movies, getting through my Oscar list. I think I want to say 25 movies left, but it's like 11.
25.
Yeah, but 11 of them are short films, so it should be.
Oh.
So I'm on pace to make it before the actual show, which I plan on doing an episode of my categories of the ones that I'm picking and stuff. So should be fun. But I'm excited.
A little off topic for you, Alan, but you know what I haven't heard you talk about in a long time, or at least it feels like a long time. Apex. Do you still play Apex?
I don't play it as much because, like I said, I'm trying to beat Horizon, and if I start playing Apex, I know what rabbit hole I'm gonna get into, and then I'm gonna be playing Apex every day, and I won't play Horizon. So that's the off thing about not having as much time to play games because you can't do both and then watch movies. So Apex has to go on a little hiatus for now, but she knows I'll be back. She knows.
Also, I wanted to get a little whiteboard in here and put days since Game Pass was mentioned. It's been a while since he's talked about Game Pass. Also,
you should do that. You should do that.
Listen, Game Pass knows how much I love it. I'm still paying. Well, I have a lot I've got a couple year, so I think
Speaking of Game Pass, 9 new games were announced for it today, I believe. So one of them is pretty interesting for me, Formula 1 2020. But
yeah,
Chris, have you been playing anything, Chris?
Yeah, I told you I've been playing the Mario versus Sonic Olympic games, and then also still playing Horizon. I'm trying to get through that so I can start playing Elden Ring. Yeah.
Good luck. Well, before we have a pretty short show today. I think it could be super short or it could be the longest one we've had. So let's just go through some housekeeping before we go there. But today we'll be talking about our one topic, well, two topics. The first one is unique games that everybody should play at least once in their life. This will be 2 to 3 games that we all think you should play. And then most of the show is going to be centered around a movie franchise tier list. I sprung this up on Gentlemen 10 minutes before the show. So
so please do not come at me too much because everyone knows how much I love movies, and Yendi sprung this on me in 10 minutes. So I'm
currently doing it, and I'm just
good,
throwing
good.
stuff. I'm looking at
my
excellent and amazing, and I was like, this is so bad.
No, it needs work.
Because in my head I was like,
Yendi messed it up.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going
So
to, do something
next
about that.
time I'll make one myself instead of using one that somebody already
Yes.
made. But um, we should probably spend a lot of time on this one. I think we're gonna be on there for a while. Uh, but anyways, going on with the rest of the housekeeping. Yes, have finally reached 100 subs on YouTube. Thank you, Black Magic, for the congrats there. It's been sitting in my closet forever. Uh,
Been a
oh,
while. It's been a
in
while.
order for you to enter for a chance to win, all you have to do is go onto our YouTube channel, make sure you're subbed, and then you leave a comment on our latest short. You'll see me. So click on the video, leave a comment, and that's it. That is your entry. And then about a week or so from now, so what, next Tuesday, I'll actually announce the winner here live on the show. Actually,
Yeah.
yeah. There you go. So next Tuesday, I will announce it here on the show and also reply to your comment if you're chosen. Because there's got to be a way for us to contact you. So
Yeah.
so yeah, be ready
Uh,
for that. And this week's upcoming video may be the LPF vlog that I'm working on, or something else. LPF
we
debrief, you guys.
we do have the debrief that didn't get uploaded last week. So it's the one where we were talking my bro Kyle and I we were talking about ranking the Marvel movies. So if you listen to us on the podcast, it is already up, but we didn't post the video version, which will come out on Friday. So that'll be up this week.
Okay. All right. And a little bit more about this movie tier list. My picks are going to be controversial.
I haven't even. No,
So
I have not.
you haven't?
I was so
Okay.
focused on getting it in that I was just like,
Okay.
I don't.
So, as a disclaimer, I kind of put some of these in there in some spots that maybe shouldn't have been in some spots. Maybe some should have been lower, some should have been higher. But it's all in good fun. It's gonna be a good time. I feel
I,
like
I just
maybe
feel
we're
like
gonna be
I'm gonna
yelling at
have to
each other.
justify it now, and it's this is what happens when you get the movie sprung on you, But
Yeah.
we'll make it. We'll make it.
Did we lose connection?
No,
I don't think so.
wait in
Twitch, man, always. Twitch
Re-
disconnected for a second there.
It's restream, bro.
Yeah,
Are we
it's
back?
trash. Yeah, I think so.
'Cause they're like, you need to pay.
What the heck, man?
Yeah, right.
Pay.
We're live on Twitch again. I think.
I don't know. Okay, this is on YouTube.
Oh, spam. Yep.
This
Oh,
is
spam
this is
again.
really bad spam.
They're
Bro,
spamming
just go
us.
website and we're getting quite a bit of spam here on YouTube. Block.
I just
Okay.
blocked them.
Anyways, moving on. Let's go ahead to our first and only real topic for the show. And Chris, how far are you on that list?
I just got to figure out how to screenshot and send it to myself real quick.
Okay, gotcha. So, Alan, I'll start with you here. What are some unique games that you think everybody should experience at least once in their life? Like just two or three games, and tell us what do you think makes them special or unique?
Some unique games. When I say unique, I want to think of games that you wouldn't like normally play or something along those lines. So I would say something unique that everyone should play. Just think kind of like outside the box. I would definitely say a game like Shenmue. Shenmue 1 is definitely a game that's super unique at the time when it did come out. And I feel like even now, it was a game where you were kind of playing a detective in a sense that you also had martial arts skills and you also had to, work in order to get certain things done, like to get enough money for bus fare and things like that. So I think that's one of those games that I feel like everyone should experience at least one time because that game even now there isn't really much games that are identical to it. So that was definitely a unique game for me. I think Shenmue is definitely a game everyone should try at least once just to see if you enjoy it. Let me see. And
I think I played that on the original Xbox.
It came out on Dreamcast. The
Maybe
original game came out on Dreamcast.
Maybe Dreamcast 2 and then
Yeah.
Xbox. I remember it playing on Xbox, the original one, but it was I think that game was pretty advanced for a time, actually.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
it was one of the games, like I said, it did It did Q. It was one of the first games to do quick reaction. When when you hit X square or whatever. It was one of the first games to where you like legit were trying to do detective work and like having to ask a lot of NPCs different questions in order to try to find out what's going on. You like could make phone calls in that game, and like it was definitely out of the box when it was made. And then like the fighting in that game was kind of like secondary to the actual game. So I think that's one game that everyone should try because it was so unique. Even like I said, for a game like even nowadays, it's still one of those games, which is why a lot of people were disappointed in Shenmue 3 because it was nothing like the first two. So I think that's definitely a unique game people should play.
I remember looking really good too on
Oh
the
yeah,
Xbox.
hmm
Yeah.
it's a good
Uh,
looking game for sure.
do you have another one, or you want me to go with one of mine?
Go, go with one of yours, and then I'll get it.
Okay, so I have two. First one is actually Firewatch.
Mhm.
Firewatch is
Fantastic. Oh, that's a really good. Yeah,
fantastic.
that's a really good game.
It's an experience. It's a beautiful world that they created. It's a gripping story that you just want to see to the end. You have moments where you're scared. You have moments of awe. You have moments of surprise. It's a very surprising thing to have in a small indie game like that. But it was just a stellar game, a hidden gem. I feel like until it became popular.
Don't look at the
Uh,
image I just sent you.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, I absolutely fell in love with that game so hard that I wanted it to be a huge, more open world game than it was. 'Cause it was somewhat linear in a way. Like you didn't have free roam. But I'm hoping that they're making a sequel to this because I would buy this in a heartbeat if they keep the same aesthetic and the characters can be different. I love the world that much, the exploration, the story, everything. Like I said. But yeah, Alan, do you have your second one? You want me to go with mine?
Yeah. This one was a unique one at the time too. I don't know how unique it is now, but Shadow of the Colossus was a very
Oh,
unique game that came out when it originally came out, and a game that definitely everyone should try because it wasn't like your standard. It was like it had its story, but like just the fact that you used to have like you had to mount the Colossus, and that was part of the puzzle, like what I mean, them being like active and moving, and each colossus had a different puzzle in order to get up to where you needed to get to. I think that's a game that for sure everyone should try. I know it had elements of other games, but it was definitely one of those games that was super unique, even like I said, to now where you're going looking for these enemies, and the storytelling was different. um yeah, so Shadow Colossus is another one for me.
I remember messing around with that game and just being in awe of how like ginormous
Yeah.
these bosses were. And but I never finished it. I think I was playing at a friend's house or something, but I always wanted to go back to it, but just forgot. That's just got caught up in other games. But yeah,
Yeah, you
definitely
remember.
one game that did they remake that one? Or is that
I think they did recently, actually.
or is it
it was on
was
PS4.
it
It was a remake
Yeah.
was
or a
it Shadow of the
remaster.
Colossus for
Remaster.
sure? But I
Yeah.
swear it was something else.
No,
No, it's Shadow of the
The
Colossus.
Last Guardian. Isn't that one?
No.
they've done. I
That's-
think they've done
They
that one
made
too.
that game called The Last Guardian, but it's not. It's not the Shadow Colossus. Shadow Colossus
Oh,
did make a remake.
because The Last Guardian is also a remake.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't play the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my second one is Portal and Portal 2.
Well,
Especially Portal 2. Cuz it just took everything the original did and made it even better. But it's like mind-bending puzzles at the time. Like
no.
it's crazy. Like I could never wrap my head around how the portal system worked. It's just like blew my mind that they're able to accomplish this in a game on the Xbox 360. It's like how do you guys
Yeah.
do this? But it was so much fun. It had co-op. You could do the story together, and it was a complete blast. The puzzles were challenging. The story was funny and good. It was good. GLaDOS was a great enemy, I guess you could call it. Wheatley was good too.
Spoiler.
It's just what?
Spoiler alert.
Well, people Gladys. They know Gladys is the enemy boss, if you can call it that. But
You find out real quick in the beginning
yeah, right.
when she's trash talking you and she's like,
Little
"Hello,
spoiler.
dummy."
I think before Portal there really wasn't anything like that aside from there were rumors of Ocarina of Time messing with portals, but they never went in and developed it. Well, if you didn't know, now you know. But yeah, Portal 2 especially for me cuz it was just pure fun and it made you use your brain and it made you feel stupid and smart at the same time. It's like you overthought the simple problems and didn't think hard enough on the harder ones. So yeah, Portal. Chris, do you have your games that people
I know
you
one
think
of
people should play at
Chris's.
least once?
You know one
I
of
know
mine?
one, of course.
What is it?
Undertale.
What is it?
Undertale.
You damn right.
Exactly.
I knew it.
Everybody needs to play Undertale. I'm actually gonna do when I get my Steam Deck. That's probably actually one of the first games I'm gonna put on there. Is Undertale. The game, man, is just so good. It's so good. There's a huge. I can't tell. I don't want to say there's a twist in the game, and that just kind of throws everything off. It takes everything you know of what you thought, what gaming has taught you to do, and the game basically tells you like, I don't know, maybe you're wrong, maybe you're right. Let's see what happens. And like that was the only game that I beat. The twist happened, and then I immediately replayed. And I thought I was like, oh, let me just start it, and I remember that day clearly too. I was sitting on the couch, and I was like, okay, let me just start it. I'll get to this one point, and I'll stop. And I ended up beating the game again, like in 2 sittings, back to back. That's the only game I've ever sat, beat, redid it, beat again, all in one sitting.
How long is the game?
I don't
you
even
say?
know because I the second run through I went and did all the extra stuff to make sure I got all the endings and stuff like that. So I don't even know how much time I spent. The music is great. I have the vinyl soundtrack I showed you guys. I have the music is on my phone. I haven't played Deltarune yet. I'm just waiting for all those parts to come out because I don't want to play a piece of it and then stop. But yeah, Undertale for sure. And then for my second game, oh man, I would say, can it be a newer game or does it have to be an older game?
Just a game anybody you think should experience.
So I'm between Final Fantasy VII, right, which I myself have not even played all the way through, but I have it on my list. And that's a game that I feel like I need to go back and play because that changed a lot in gaming. But also Breath of the Wild. So, or any Legend of Zelda game, but I'm going to specifically say Breath of the Wild because it gives you everything that you wanted in the past Zelda games. Most people would say Ocarina of Time, but Ocarina of Time can get very a little annoying. So, yeah, Breath of the Wild because it just it just gives you everything that you want. There's a lot of exploration. I've already explained this in the live video or in the live podcast. So go back and listen to that about what I think about that game. But I think it's a game that everybody should play. And how much that game has changed the industry because anytime an open world is coming out now, they compare it to that game. I mean, Elden Ring, they were like, oh yeah, it's definitely like Breath of the Wild. And I was like, I don't know what people are talking about, but okay. But they try to compare it in ways like it's a standard that people are trying to put together. So yeah,
Whoever said that's a terrible comparison.
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people. You can look.
It's
You can look them up.
literally a Demon Slayer, not a demon. It's a Souls game. Period.
Look them up.
It's just like every other Souls game before it.
do you guys have any other games?
Not really.
I agreed with you on Portal, and a game that's unique.
It's hard to like.
I mean, it doesn't have to be...
shoot, Luigi's Mansion. I'll say
that's
that
a good one.
Yeah,
I never played it.
That's its own like. I don't even know what to call that one. Like it's its own type of game. Yeah, I don't really know what to call it, but the original Luigi's Mansion.
Would you consider like a monster collector?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Okay.
It's weird, man. That's one I hope they put on Switch one day. I don't know why it's not. It's so good.
There was also Braid was a good
Braid.
one too. Was 2D like time controlling and also
Hades?
Limbo.
Oh, Limbo's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Inside, if we're going that route.
Inside is good. Yeah.
Inside.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm also gonna throw in Stanley Parable and Subliminal.
Yeah.
That's funny because I just almost downloaded Subliminal today, and I have Stanley Parable in my Steam
Have you ever
library.
played Subliminal?
No, it looked nuts though. It looked like it would like blow my mind.
I streamed it, and people were
Really?
helping me in chat. Yeah, I played the whole thing. Those games are really good. I mean, if you like Portal and stuff like that, you're gonna like those games. I like those, the narrator like talking to you while you're going through it. It's just something funny.
Yeah, I was
it's
looking
good.
through the Game Pass library and it was there. I forgot how many good games were on there actually.
Yeah.
So I
So many
downloaded
games.
2 today. I downloaded
But are you gonna play them, Yandy? That's the thing.
oh shoot, what's it called? Destroy All Humans. I love that game,
Oh,
the
man.
original.
No, that game is actually very. I remember liking the game, but I only got to one part because that game is actually
Yeah.
really hard.
Really?
That game is
Oh,
tough.
okay,
Well,
so-
whenever I was a kid, it was tough. So maybe
I
something to look into
downloaded
again.
that one, and then I downloaded Outer Wilds, which is something that I've been meaning to get to, and I keep hearing a
Always
crap
hear
load
good
about.
Do you
things.
get
Yeah.
do you get sick, like motion sickness?
No.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
The little
You-
bit of the spaceship flying, like looking at the screen, I was like sitting there like trying to land on planet. It's a little tough, but it was. I heard the DLC though is fantastic.
Okay.
So that's a whole nother
Okay.
story to the game. So yeah, that's a game I want to revisit also. But-
Yeah, I felt like playing something before the show, but I was so tired that I just sat here in front of my computer and just stared at my monitor and kind of just daydreamed and dozed off until the show, which is why we don't have many topics today, and why I sprung this movie tier list up on the gentleman 10 minutes before show. Speaking of which, let's go ahead and go on to the movie tier list. So, for context here, I will give you a link to where it's at. So if you want to do your own, you can join us here. Copy and paste. This is the tier list that we are looking at.
Yeah,
This
no,
list
Paste
is
on
not for you
YouTube.
guys, just so you know.
there we
So
go.
what we're doing here is all three of us took these movies and put them in these tiers according to our likes and stuff like that. So what we're gonna do is go one by one. We'll start with you, Chris. Yeah. And you're
okay.
or you want one of us to go first?
We can start
Yeah,
with me. I
go
put it up already, so we can.
Oh.
Okay, so
I was
we'll
about
start
to
with Chris.
say,
So since there's so many movies here, we'll try to spend just a little bit of time on each. Just tell us why you think it belongs there, and move on.
Okay. Hold on. Let me put it. Talk to the chat a little bit more because I think we should put all our images in the party thing so we can both look at so we can all look at each other's lists.
Okay, all
I
right.
got my that's true.
I'll put it in
I
the
can do
show
stuff.
stuff. Yep.
Yeah. Listen.
So yeah, basically just go through and talk about why you think it belongs in that tier, and then we'll move on and we'll do. There it is. I think I sent it right.
I put mine in. Right?
Can't tell.
Yanni doesn't know what he's doing, you guys.
Can't tell if I
There we
sent
go.
it. There it is. No,
I set mine. Did you?
mine won't send.
Did you hit enter?
Yeah.
Okay.
There it is. Okay. All right. Oh, you didn't show the ones you didn't watch.
Oh, I can tell you the ones I didn't watch real quick. I'm pretty sure I watched. Oh wait, no, I can't. I don't think.
Hold up. Okay, so this is the first time that I'm seeing these lists, right? And this motherfucker has the balls to put Lord of the Rings trilogy under terrible.
Whoa! What?
So, you see, this is why
There
this
we
is
go.
why this list
Cancel.
can't be done.
There we go.
Right now,
I don't know what you're talking
Oh my
about.
God.
Look at the stream. It's not there. It's not there.
It's not there. Okay.
No, I
okay.
put.
All
I
right, so
definitely.
Chris,
I put it as a troll for that one.
did you? Okay.
Yeah.
okay,
I don't
okay.
think it's because I haven't watched it yet. I still haven't had time to watch it. So yeah,
All right, Chris.
I
well,
knew it would get you.
let's run through your list. Let's start up at amazing. Tell us why.
Okay, amazing.
there.
I have God dang it, dude. I put Ghostbusters. It brought something new at the time. Very fun movie. I still haven't seen Afterlife, unfortunately. That's probably what I'm going to watch on the plane. I have is that Batman Dark or
That's the Dark Knight trilogy.
yeah,
Dark
oh
Knight.
okay, it's the trilogy. Fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean,
because it's franchises.
yeah,
So
I love that movie a lot. That actually got me more into Batman. Obviously the second movie with Heath Ledger is a
best comic
staple.
movie of all time.
What's that?
Best comic book movie.
Yeah,
of all
it's a
time.
staple in all of it. People refer to that movie all the time. That's a movie that I can, as soon as I see it on the TV, I'm gonna sit and watch it all the way through. Next is the Harry Potter trilogy. I grew up with it. It's part of my childhood, and I grew up. I love the fact that we grew up with Harry all the way up to that point. I mean, at least I did. I don't know about you guys. No offense. And love that world. Not as much as others, because I've definitely learned ever since I got into the palace that there's a whole nother level to
What?
Harry Potter. And then I went to Universal, and then there was another level on top of that. So,
And to be fair, so a lot that like there's a difference between the movies and then like
and the
the
books and
Harry
all that, yeah.
Potter like love, because most people in the palace was the book love more than the movie love, and I think you kind of like grow the movie kind of grows on you, but I'll talk about that when I get
Black Magic said I already have an issue with Chris's list. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's lower than it's a troll. Don't come after me. Next, I put Marvel because freaking Marvel. All right. Also follow our Instagram at Last Place Fire Team because Alan's been doing a great job at keeping up with that. I didn't even know that Miss Marvel was shown today until I saw that. And then I'm like, who posted this? And I see Last Place Fire Team. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
you
so
go.
And fun fact, I actually have an extra of the cover of that what they put as their poster. So we'll talk about that.
I did watch the trailer though. That's the only one I was interested in because I don't know who. Like I've never. I people are upset, but and I know why. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, what? I'm excited. Why is Secret of the Oz on good? Secret of the Oz.
Secret of the Ooze.
Ooze? Where's that one?
Ninja Turtles,
Ninja
man.
Turtles. Yeah. I put it on good. I was in a rush, Black Magic. I was in a rush compared to everything else, okay? What I say? Marvel, because of Marvel, it's fantastic. Jurassic Park, classic, fantastic. Love that movie. Everybody loves that movie except for the third movie. That's like
That's why it's got to come down.
Nah,
it can't be amazing.
Nah, it gave me two
It's gotta
great
come
ones.
down.
Two great ones.
Yeah, that means it's excellent.
Okay, so then I'd put it in excellent. I was in a rush. All right. I literally did this during the show. Okay.
I
Whenever the
blame
teacher
Yendi for
said,
this.
pass up your homework, I was the kid. I was literally that kid that was just like, all right.
I blame Yendi for this because now I'm
we
looking
got
at
a
my
lot of
list.
movies to go through. We gotta get going.
I'm looking at my list and I'm upset with my own
Alright.
Me
list.
too. I don't like mine.
Amazing.
Alright.
Also an amazing. I put Indiana Jones. That should be in terrible. Actually, no, I'm kidding. Indiana Jones is great all the way through. I've watched that trilogy so many times. The same with Pirates of the Caribbean. Love it. Laugh a lot. The fact that they've made so many movies and I'm still enjoying them. Yeah, there's some weaker movies, but not enough to hurt it to where it's at. So that's my thing for amazing.
Amazing. So these are the movies that you would take with you if you can only pick a few.
How was
I'm
the
looking.
Jackass just on good? Is my question.
Right? I mean, you can't change it anymore. This is it. Like this is what's going with you. If you
Well, I
you
can't
can only
adjust
take-
while I'm here.
no. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, you can.
All right,
because
next. Let's talk about your excellent tier list.
oh wait, we're
What do you
going.
got?
We're gonna go through my whole list.
I mean, it'll probably be easier than swapping between us, right?
No, because it was
Who's
like
easier
watch. Hold on.
Okay. So who's next then?
Would be you on the list.
Okay, go ahead.
Hold on, let me hide mine. So you want to talk
I
about
know he
your
has-
amazing?
Yeah,
Three-
I'll go through my
okay.
amazing, my three amazing.
Jesus Christ! Oh, you got all these movies on here, man. I didn't.
you should see mine.
Yeah. Have I seen more movies than you? Is mine live? I can't.
Yeah,
tell
yours
if
is
it
up
or
on the
not.
screen. I've seen a lot of these movies. It's just that I don't like Naked Gun and stuff. I remember seeing as a kid, and the only thing I remember is the condom scene. Where they're like, we have to
Okay,
practice safe
alright.
sex, and they're in giant condoms.
It looks like they're overlapping, but no big. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's good.
Okay, so starting it off, of course, Indiana Jones. You can't see my posters, but best movie series ever. Cannot wait for the new one either this year or next year. We don't know yet. The movie finished filming and editing, so we know that much. But no news yet. So I'm assuming it's gonna be 2023. It's adventure at its purest. It's great time. All of them. I even the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I prefer that one over Temple of Doom. Temple of Doom is complete ass when you rewatch it again.
The
See, Black
franchise
Magic,
can't be
I didn't
amazing.
even know Toy Story was on the list. I don't even
Yeah.
think I got it on my list.
It's just on there. Moving on, Lord of the Rings. Same thing. The greatest walking simulator movie ever. It's such a it's like it's one of those movies you just put on a rainy day and just binge and just have a good time. It's like a campy, comfy, like comfort food movie for me. The trilogy, and then Marvel. Everything Marvel has brought out ever since everything from Iron Man forward, I would say, has changed cinema. And I think that's something you can't deny. Even if you hate Marvel, it's just completely changed everything about it. And they have nailed it. They have nailed everything that I've seen, everything that they've put out.
Which he hasn't seen a lot. Poser.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot more than you think I have.
Watch the shows.
But no, that's dumb. So yeah, that's it for my amazing. Those are the three movie franchise trilogies that I would bring with me if there was an apocalypse tomorrow.
All right.
So, Alan.
All right. So is my list up?
Yes.
All right. So again, context. Yendi put us a little through, and I'm already upset with my list, but here we go.
Damn, you put a lot in amazing that I.
Well, yes, Lord of the Rings for
Austin
obvious reasons.
Powers and amazing. What the fuck?
Austin Powers. Listen, Lord of the Rings obviously is one of the main reasons why we have a lot of these movies. You know, just because just that fantasy world, everything about Lord of the Rings is, you know, and they had 3 great movies, and that was a key to my amazing. So Marvel, obviously, it's Marvel. Yendi said everything I needed to say, and if you guys want to know how I feel about Marvel, check out the debriefs. You already know how I feel about it. Jackass. All of the movies were fantastic. Okay, so
yeah, but
again,
amazing. Wow.
Yes, because it's amazing because they were all great. There isn't a bad movie in there. Why would it go on? It won't go under anything else. Also, I do think this list had too many tiers, but I'll go on by. I'll continue.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So then we have Hellboy, which is again
fantastic,
just fantastic, and like those are just both great movies, super underrated. If what Yendi asked about like weird stuff that people should watch, this is one of those movie franchises, and I'm only counting the first 2 with Ron Perlman. I'm not counting that new one that just came out. Doesn't exist. Bad Boys, I don't know what I mean. It's Bad Boys. For me, that's does it deserve to be an amazing? Probably not, but for me personally, it's amazing. Dark Knight trilogy, you guys already know. It's got the best comic book movie of all time. Even though I think Rises
100%. I'm Bad Boys. I'm 100% on board with you at Bad Boys.
Right? Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
What else could I say? So, Dark Knight, it has the best comic book movie, so that kind of carries the weight for the other 2. And not that I don't think Batman Begins is a great movie. I do think Batman Begins is a great movie. I just think Katie Holmes messes that movie up. And Batman and Dark Knight Rises, I think just have some parts that are not good, but everything with Bane was fantastic. So, and then like I said, Dark Knight Rises them both up. Quiet Place 2, both of them phenomenal.
I need to add that to my. That's also in my amazing.
Yeah. Both movies phenomenal. I mean, the first one took everyone by surprise. The second one had a lot of expectation going in, and it was still fantastic. Toy Story, all 4 movies are amazing. I think I cried in 3 and 4. I for sure cried in 3, and then 4 I for sure cried. So,
Forky, bro.
And then 2 is my favorite of the 4, and then 1 is, you know, arguably you could argue any of those. To me, you could argue would be the best Toy Story.
The problem with 1 now is that now that you've seen everything else, whenever you go back to 1, which I did, it seems very because it was like, you know, the animation wasn't.
It's hard.
What it was.
It's hard to watch it.
So I'm like, okay, Andy's room is really empty.
Yeah, it's not what it like. Going back, especially to a movies like that.
Yeah.
Where I mean, original Toy Story came out in the 90s. So like, or like it's really tough
And
for
Blade
that.
Runner, I think I put in excellent, and that's also should be an amazing. I would move
Blade
that up.
Runner 1 and 2, I mean, just simply amazing. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it's for sure mine. And I loved both of those movies
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And Ace Ventura, I mean, come on. It's just Ace Ventura. And I'm only going Ace Ventura 1 and 2 here. Any of those spin offs and all that stuff doesn't count. Ace Ventura 2 is probably one of the funniest movies I've seen. So it's an amazing for me. And that's my
All right.
amazing list. I'm sure I could put some other ones in there, but again, crunch time. Yendi just sprung this on me, knowing how many movies I watched. It's unfair.
I agree with 4 of your amazing. 4 of your amazing.
How many
Yeah.
did I have here? One, two,
A lot more than 4.
All right, real quick, just distract the stream. I have to go get my dog because she's afraid of thunder, and she's gonna be hanging out in here with me. So,
Well,
give me
I can
one
just keep mine
Yeah,
up.
go ahead.
Oh,
Is
keep
mine
yours up.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. Yours
Yeah.
is up still.
Okay,
All right.
mine is up here. So I've got excellent as The Incredibles, and
Going for president.
The Incredibles could have easily been up there for amazing. I just don't think 2 is as strong as 1, and 1 is like really strong. It's probably like, it's definitely up there again, depending on the day. That could be amazing. So I'll go with that. The Shaun of the Dead and those are just excellent movies. Hot Fuzz. I mean, those movies are just pure comedy. I will laugh at those movies all day, every day. Just fantastic movies. I can't put them all on amazing, but excellent. It will do it justice. Aliens, Aliens could have also been on excellent if I liked Aliens 3 and if I liked one of the other sequels that came out. It just wasn't there, but 1 and 2 are classics, especially 2 is just fantastic. Blade, it hovers around that great and excellent. Blade 3 really ruined why this can't be amazing because Blade 3 is so bad, but 2 is so good, and it's just you had to average it out somehow. Harry Potter, the only reason why Harry Potter is not on amazing is because I absolutely cannot stand. I hate with a passion Deathly Hollows Part 1, and that's why it
You mean the
cannot be
camping trip?
amazing, because it was literally just it was a cash grab with no story, no nothing. It shouldn't even been made. Deathly Hollow should have been just one movie, and I don't know why they didn't do it, and that's why it's on excellent for me. Batman, that's one of my favorites, even though again, it could probably be in the great. I wouldn't even argue with you if you put it in the good. But the first one and Returns, I just absolutely adore. Godfather would have been an amazing if Godfather 3 didn't. I didn't hate Godfather 3. I hate Godfather 3 with a passion. And then John Wick is on
That
its
was a
way
tough
to
one because I
amazing.
almost put it. I almost put it in amazing. I was like,
Listen, I feel like I used a little bit more movie sense for this one, and didn't think with my feelings more. But for me, the way that I feel about John Wick is amazing. But from a movie standpoint, like I can understand there's some holes, but God, are those movies good to watch?
yeah,
So,
man. We get the new one. They pushed it back, right? We get it next year.
they pushed it back.
Oh.
We were supposed to get it on the same day we got Matrix, but yeah, that
Oh,
didn't happen.
Wow. Okay.
All right, Chris, your excellent list. It's here.
I'm afraid to.
I
look
just
again. I
noticed-
don't even remember. What's up?
I just noticed Alan's bad movies there, and I am appalled that The Hobbit is there.
Bro, I hate the Hobbit.
I don't
I
understand, but
hate-
we'll talk about that later. You see, that's where Godfather's supposed to be.
See, I barely have any
don't
movies on
know.
here, man. Okay.
I don't think I put mine up.
What?
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, okay, mine's up on the screen now. On excellent, I have the Karate Kid. Loved that series. Yeah, love the series. That's about Jurassic World. I've only seen the first one, which is upsetting because I have the second one, and it's just sitting there. But I love the first one. I remade the trailer for my sound design project in school. Chris Pratt was great in the film. I loved his character in it, and yeah. In excellent, I also have John Wick because I was on the fence about putting it on amazing. This was a movie that I missed out on for so many years, and when the third one came out, I decided to watch the first one, and then I binged all the rest of them. It's a really fun fun guy movie, I guess you could say. That's what my mother-in-law says, because it's just just him destroying everybody, and it doesn't make sense. But yeah. Also, next one I have Back to the Future. Because as it progresses, it kind of you're like, oh, okay, they made it to where you have to watch all three, and then as it goes on, you're like, okay, well,
I think my favorite is the Western.
the
one.
Western is yeah.
I know people hate that one too for some reason, but I love the setting.
Next is Die Hard. The reason why I put Die Hard in excellent, I thought about putting it in amazing, but I think I just need to rewatch it because it's been a long time. I've only seen it once, I think. So, yeah. The Incredibles. Come on, man. Incredibles is excellent. I love that film. And I love the second one too. The second one gave a lot more. Blade Runner, like I said, I would put it in amazing instead of excellent. Jumanji, I put in excellent. The new Jumanji. I had a lot of fun. It was a very surprising movie to me, and I was laughing and I enjoyed it all the way through. I love that they made it into a video game instead of a board game. And yeah. James Bond, love the movies. So it's a series as a whole because they're all kind of hit and miss, right? They're good movies, but I'm like, okay, there's some that don't land. That's the reason why I put it in excellent. And then Batman is excellent because I still have fun with those movies, even though it can be a little bit more. It's a little corny at times, but that's what I love about it. So yeah, that's what I have there. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I would have moved up to. Wait, what's that movie right there next to my Star Wars?
Hellboy.
Hellboy, that's going up.
Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Hellboy's going up to excellent for me. Yeah, and then we'll talk about great whenever we get there because I think Hunger Games might be moving somewhere else. But yeah, that's gonna be my excellent list. All right, this is your excellent list.
So I'm actually
Damn,
gonna
Andy,
go.
you're very critical, man. Jesus.
Yeah. I'm gonna go through my movies that I did not watch.
Also,
So,
hold on. Notice on Yendi's list that now that I have it up, I want you guys to pay attention to all of the animated films. Okay. And that tells you who
different
Yendi
tastes.
is. Yeah, I
Different
know. I'm
tastes,
just saying. All right, but anyway, go ahead.
Here we go. So the movies I did not watch or did not watch all the way through: Ninja Turtles, Twilight, Resident Evil, Narnia, Superman, Hellboy, Planet of the Apes. I saw the first one, but
People fell off of that movie. I don't blame you because that movie was not to me. It's in the Blade Runner category because it's kind of like a what do they call them? Cult classics. Cult classics. Yeah, it's kind of like that because the other movies that came out, I was like, when I went to go see them opening night, I was like the only one there.
I was interested in the first one. I caught my attention, but just it really needs to grab it to continue watching it. I guess the newer Ninja Turtles. I haven't had a chance to watch the DC Extended Universe movies.
Don't worry.
I'm very ashamed. I'm very ashamed on not having watched the Bourne movies at all.
What?
Like at all.
Me
I know
either.
I haven't watched
I'm
one.
there with you.
I want to, but I haven't. I have not watched Harry Potter. I tried. I attempted. But I think I just it was beyond my time. I think I didn't grow up with it like some people did, so it's a little bit harder for me to get attached to it at first. But I'm not saying I won't ever do it. Batman, I don't really care for Batman movies too much, to be honest. Especially the older ones. The only one that I actually liked and would watch again is The Dark Knight. Monsterverse, I had no clue what the hell it was until Alan said it.
Monsterverse?
Yeah.
Godzilla and
okay. All right. I have seen
Gotcha.
those then. All right.
And then Blade Runner is, I don't know what the fuck's going on in that movie. It's just a bunch of nonsense to me from everything I've seen, trailers.
I would have thought, to be honest, that Blade Runner would be something that you would have. I feel like that's a movie for you, but it's kind of weird.
I remember the first one, and I didn't like it, so I didn't even pay attention to this one either. So skipped. So then going back to my excellent, right?
Yeah, you're still an
Yes.
excellent.
Yeah. Okay. So first up is Jumanji. I was surprised I liked this as well.
Didn't see the
I
second
love
one
The
yet.
Rock.
I gotta
I
see the
love The
second
Rock,
one.
and I love Kevin Hart. And in my head, I'm like, this is gonna be a bad movie, but I'm still gonna watch it because it's them two and they have good chemistry. But
Jack Black stole
completely
the show,
surprised.
man. In my opinion.
All of them,
Yeah, I
all of
know,
them
but
were
Jack
great. It was
Black
a great
I was
cast.
so
But
happy to see him.
I was completely surprised at how much I really enjoyed this movie from beginning to end. Like, I love adventure movies, and this was an adventure movie, and I loved every single minute of it. Very surprised. Excellent for sure. Ocean's 11 is the only one I've seen in the series. Very, very great movie. It's
What?
witty. Ocean's 11?
You have only seen Ocean's
Yeah,
11?
I know. I've been trying to watch the others, but time.
Well,
But
maybe you shouldn't watch the other ones.
I've never seen the
since you have
Ocean's
it on
movies.
Excellent.
yeah.
I don't even know
The
what it
first
is.
one, it's a smart, witty, funny. It's a really good movie. The pacing is awesome. I think
It's bank robberies, right?
yes, but a really complicated like
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
yeah, it's very fun. I love The Hobbit. I don't know what it is that's crawling up Alan's ass about The Hobbit, but I think they
Alan
were
is not
great.
the only one. I have a lot of friends that
they
don't like them.
I think to me, I think why I like them so much is because I've been wanting more of that universe. And so I went into it with an open mind and I enjoyed them. I really did. I enjoyed every single one of them. They were a little bit long sometimes. One of them was a little bit too long. But I loved how they expanded that universe, and that's another movie I would watch on a rainy day. And yeah, Star Trek, again, surprised by it. I actually really enjoyed the TV show as a kid, actually, even though there's just a bunch of talking most of the time. But it was really good characters and story, and it just captured my attention. This I was surprised I liked too, with the more modern take. Chris Pine was like, oh, this motherfucker, but he was great as the captain and all that. I enjoyed those movies; they were great. Pirates of the Caribbean, same thing. I really enjoyed the first few. After a while,
The
first three, maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to watch one in the movie theater, and I literally fell asleep. And that's only one of like two times that's ever happened. Not that it wasn't, not that it was bad. It's just there's I don't even know what it was, to be honest. Too repetitive, maybe too I don't know. But the first few were
Unnecessary
great.
is what it is the word you're
Yeah,
looking for.
yeah. There we go. I love the Chronicles of Riddick. Absolutely loved
It's a
it.
guilty
The game was
pleasure for
good
me.
too. Yeah, right. I just watched Glass and all those movies in that series. Very interesting. If you haven't seen those, I didn't know they were connected until I looked at Wikipedia, and
So
then I
Split
realized,
was when it
yeah,
happened.
it's cool. It's a cool take on the whole hero villain thing. If you haven't seen it, highly recommended. Jurassic World. It's Jurassic World. Dinosaurs. Who doesn't like dinosaurs? And watching stupid people continue to do stupid things. You know, The Mummy, classic. I think there's it's a must watch for everybody.
The Mummy was on the list.
Yeah, man. The Mummy, the original
that
one
would
too.
be an excellent for me.
Yeah, loved it. Another great adventure movie I put right alongside Indiana Jones, actually.
Wait,
Star Wars.
Is it the Brendan? Okay, that is Brendan Fraser. I was making sure.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise
my
made one, right?
God.
Yep. Star Wars, I put in excellent. So I watched all the Star Wars movies like maybe just a few years ago, after being like, oh, this is stupid. This is something I'll never like and never get into. But I did. I watched them in chronological. Was it chronological? I think. I forgot who told me to watch it in the way they actually happen.
Yeah, whoever
right?
told you to
Like,
watch it like that it was wrong.
maybe it was not chronological. I went from the older ones to the new ones.
Perfect. That was me then. That was me.
I think it was actually Seth.
It was me.
But I was surprised. I sat through it and I was hooked with the lore and the world and the characters, and there were a few of them that were, oh my god, like I wish I didn't have to sit through this shit, but it was bad. But overall, excellent when you look at it and how much there is in terms of lore.
Is the Star Wars one the everything as a whole, like everything, or is it just?
I took it as a sequel trilogy.
So 7, 8, 9.
Well, Yandy's saying it like it's
a
the
Star
whole
Wars
series.
franchise.
The
right?
franchise.
'Cause
Oh
you
well,
got
then
you have
I gotta move mine up.
you
then
have
if it's a
Marvel
franchise.
here, right? Everything under Marvel is
Yeah,
under
but
Marvel.
the poster
but it says
shown.
Marvel.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I figured it would be the same, but yeah,
Well,
I enjoyed it. Never thought I would say that, but there it is.
well,
Star Wars is excellent for me.
All right,
yeah.
you want to go through your greats since we have it
Yeah,
up?
sure.
Because Alan,
I don't
you went
know
through your excellent, right? Yeah,
why.
you did,
I didn't go through my grades yet.
but you haven't gone through
So
your greats. Okay.
yeah, I'm very picky about certain movies, and I wish I moved some of these a little bit higher.
Mm.
Bad Boys should have been
Become
excellent.
okay.
Um, fun time the whole way through. This duo is like even better than Kevin Hart and The Rock. 100%. I love Will Smith and
Martin Lawrence.
uh Martin Lawrence. Yeah, man. Ugh, love them. Fun movie the whole way through. Back to the Future was great. It was there were some of them I didn't like. If I had to pick between this and like something like Indiana Jones or something older, I'd probably pick Indiana Jones, obviously. Alien, great movie. They did a lot of things really well. It was scary. It was a lot of action. Plain and simple, it's great. Jurassic Park, same thing. Steven Spielberg. Uh, I think that was the first of its kind to do something like this, and special effects. Expendables, a guilty pleasure of mine.
Yeah,
Loved
me too.
all of them, man. When I saw all these guys together on the big screen, it was like I was a little kid again. It's just watching all my favorite heroes up on the screen. It was awesome. Terminator, it was good. It was great. I like the first one the best, I think. Nothing too crazy. Rocky, everybody loves Rocky. X-Men, love mutants, you know. Hunger Games, another one that's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. Didn't think I would like it that much, but overall, pretty good trilogy. Alien vs. Predator, same thing as X-Men and Terminator classics. John Wick, that should have been an excellent because was the Equalizer before or after John Wick?
I think it's around the same time, but I do think John Wick came out first.
Okay, okay. Uh if Denzel would have been John Wick, that would have been badass too, but I think it would have been better actually. Because Keanu is a terrible actor, I think, as we all
Hey, he
know.
worked for those movies, all right?
But man, Denzel would have been a kick-ass John Wick. Holy
Well, he has
shit.
the
This,
what's that
the,
movie in Enforcer?
the Equalizer. The
Equalizer.
Equalizer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying they should have swapped. They should have swapped. I think that would have been better. But great movie. The Dark Knight, again, very surprised. I don't really care for Batman, but this was a really well-made movie, and Christian Bale was a badass Batman in my eyes. Shrek, one of the best animated movies. You know, everybody loves that movie. It still lives up to the hype, and it's still a great movie if you watch it to this day. Blade, Wesley Snipes, man, love the guy, great actor. I loved him as Blade. Quiet Place, a surprise, like Alan said. Really enjoyed it. It was fresh. It was new. It was nice. It was nice to have. Saw. I always get this one confused with. It's just the one with the little
It's the
clown
trap.
on the.
It's Jigsaw.
Okay, yeah, that was nuts. That movie was nuts. That was another very unique movie at the time too, and it was like blowing people's mind and polarizing to a lot of people. So that is my great.
All right.
I need to be on the show next time you guys do a movie list. I
Who
told these
said
guys
that?
like 3 days in advance, and they
No,
still
no, no,
couldn't get
no.
this
Who
list.
said that? Listen, this
I do
movie
have
list.
I do have something similar to this, but for games, but not a tier list. You'll see next time I'm host.
Yeah, this he sprung this on us. My list, I'm so upset with my own list. This is how I feel right now. I'm mad at my own list.
Yeah. Who should we go to next? Alan, you want to start with the great?
Okay, so great. I've got Die Hard. Fantastic. I love Die Hard movies. They are, what they are, but they did kind of fall off towards the end there. So Ghostbusters, I don't like Ghostbusters 3. 1 and 2 are fantastic. I loved Afterlife, so I might have put this at excellent if I had some time to think. Back to the Future 1 and 2, classics. I hate Back to the Future 3. So there's that. Indiana Jones, 1 and 2, and then for me personally, they kind of from there. Shrek 1 and 2 fantastic.
Wait, do you mean you
put...
hated Ghostbusters 2?
No. I didn't like Ghostbusters 3. There's a third Ghostbusters.
I thought it was just 1 and 2 and then Afterlife.
Afterlife is after. Like, is recent. This is like our real like thing. And then there was another Ghostbusters in between that too. With the one with but anyway, we'll go on.
Yeah,
Shrek. Love Shrek 1 and 2. I like 3, but I might have put, depending on the day, Shrek could be an excellent. Men in Black. Oh man. 1 and 2. Love them also. And this is kind of a trend with my list. Just certain ones kind of like bring those tiers down. Rocky Balboa, 1, 2, then it takes a mean dive. And then it comes back with Balboa and the last one, and I'm throwing Creed in there. Scary Movie, 1 and 2, fantastic, and it actually is carrying the weight of the rest of the franchise because 3 through 5 couldn't stand. Aliens versus Predator, guilty pleasure. It shouldn't be this high, but I love these movies for whatever reason, them being ridiculous, and you'll start seeing a lot of ridiculous. Scream, I can't help it. I'm a horror baby, and this was kind of like this was like the first of my kind of generation because this was in the 90s. So Scream has like a very vivid memory for me. I loved Scream 1 and 2. 3 was but then the newest one, that 4 was and then the newest one that came out I loved. So this is actually a little bit high, like is great for me. Mummy, love the Mummy. I think 3 is the one that's the reason why I have it as a great. Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy's my favorite. As far as things, this is probably a little too high because we had some that were terrible also, but 1 and 2 and 3 were great. And then Mission Impossible, I would definitely put this, now that I'm thinking about it, as amazing because I just thought about how great the last 3 were. And I don't know why, for some reason, I thought they weren't like on par with 1 and 2. But like Ghost Protocol, the other one, and then the last one that came out with Henry Cavill were all great. So that's probably way higher on the list. Karate Kid, I mean, 007, I agree with Chris. The hits are really good, but there's some that are just like, and it kind of brings that down for me. Karate Kid, 1 and 2, love them. 3, and then kind of counted the remake also. So, but they are great. And the Bourne series, I just had fun throughout all those movies, and I thought they were pretty strong movies. Like I said, I'm not going to try to go into detail with too many of these, but I could, but I'll just keep moving. Honestly, I could
go
finish.
ahead and go.
You want me to finish my list?
Good, yeah.
I can finish my list. Terminator 1 and 2. If it was just those, it would be under amazing. But because 3, 4, 5, Salvation, and the last one, Genesis, were just terrible, that 1 and 2 couldn't carry that much weight. I love Ninja Turtles 1 and 2, and honestly, this should be at an excellent. The only reason why I would probably put it at great is because I hate Ninja Turtles 3 with a passion. 1 and 2. 2 is probably one of the best things ever created. Hangover trilogy is being held. What happened? Go ahead, Andy.
Alan, my list and your list are not that different.
Listen,
we have a lot of movies in the same tiers.
Yeah, well, Ninja Turtles could go up for sure. But now that I think about it, Hangover, actually, I might this is only being held by the weight of Hangover 1 because I did not like 2 and 3 at all. 3 I couldn't stand at all, but 1
3 did not need to be.
1 is so good though to me that it carries so much weight because Hangover 1 to me personally is a top 5 comedy, and it's just carrying a lot of the weight because I watched Hangover 1 probably 10 times in the theaters.
That's a good movie.
Yeah. I can quote that movie from front to back. Saw 1 and 2, love them, and then it got a little bit too much, and then it became good again. So it's one of those weird things where I felt like it just went on too long. Halloween, same thing. The recent one, not the most recent one, the one before that was fantastic. Then we had 1 and 2 were good, and then we had some really bad ones like Halloween 2K and the one with Buster Rhymes where he kicks him. Yeah, let's go. We'll move on with that. X-Men 1 and 2. 2 is fantastic. 3 is god awful, and it's just so bad that I can't even put one of my things that I've loved, because I love X-Men 2, but gosh, this X-Men 3 X3 is
Three.
so bad. Last
What's
Stand,
the
that's the one where Jean Grey turns into Phoenix. Terrible. Terrible.
can I remember? Oh, okay.
Superman, this is out of respect. It's, the movies were cheesy, they were corny, but I have a guilty pleasure for them. I enjoyed them. Pirates of the Caribbean, I love the first 3, and then the other 2 just brought this way down for me. I agree with Yendi on Chronicles of Riddick. I just couldn't put it to where I actually wanted it to be one of my guilty pleasures, because Pitch Black is one of my favorite movies. I love Pitch Black with a passion. Like, that's such an innovative movie to me, and I thought that Vin Diesel was fantastic in playing that role, because he didn't have to do much acting and he could just be a badass, which he was in Chronicles. I mean, in Chronicles and in Pitch Black. So that's where that is. Jurassic Park. It's low here because Jurassic Park 3 is come on. I cannot forgive. And 2 is like good, but it ain't like enough to hold it off. How great 1 was, these movies steadily declined. Friday the 13th, for me personally, like I said, I thought with my mind more and not with my heart, because I would put this way higher. But I remember movies like Jason X and some other terrible Jason movies. Matrix, this is only being held by The Matrix 1, because I held that movie at such high regard. The rest of the series, every single one after that, to me, I cannot stand. Um, Hunger Games, enjoyed the book way more. It was good. Like, I just don't like have any terrible memory, like amazing memories. Kung Fu Panda, I just realized in my head should be at great. Jumanji, also great, because I agree with everything you guys said earlier. Not a movie I thought I was gonna love, and then fell in love with it. And shout outs to Karen Gillan, who I've met in real life, and she's fantastic. Um, and then Lego movies had a lot of fun with them. Star Trek, enjoyed those. Even though I know a lot of diehard Star Trek fans don't love all those movies, but I thought it was an interesting, fun take. But again, that's like a series I didn't really watch too much of. Um, RoboCop, guilty pleasure, because I used to have a RoboCop toy that I had so much fun with. They weren't fantastic movies, but you know what? My childhood in this situation gave me this rating. Madagascar, I didn't like love Madagascars, so I put them at good. Glass, I realized should have been higher, but I didn't like Glass as much as I liked Unbreakable and Split. Naked Gun, just fun. Okay, and then Despicable Me, love the first one. Second, the next 2 were just okay to me. Ice Age, never really got into. Planet of the Apes is up and down. Jurassic World, I enjoyed the first one. I didn't like it, and I couldn't stand the second one. Rambo, too much fun. Guilty pleasure should be like, for me, is higher. Expandables, I feel the same way. Ocean's 11, the only reason why this is down is because of the other ones that are not Ocean's 11. The Monsters universe is good, especially like with the recent ones, but they had some bad ones too. Narnia is Narnia. I've had fun. They're okay. I don't love them. It is what it is. Not good. Triple X, didn't like it. DC Extended Universe, I could talk on multiple reasons why there's so many misses in there. They do have some great stuff. Hobbit, oh, I can't, I don't have enough. I don't have enough time.
Okay, we're gonna have to do a deep dive on that one, because I'm very interested to see.
I don't have enough time. There's plenty of reasons why I didn't like it. I felt like it didn't. One, we didn't need them. Two, also as a person who read the book, which kind of influences my decision. That's also, I know, not the fairest way of judging it, but it's just one of those movies where I felt that way. The Star Wars. Now, I thought this was just a sequel trilogy. If we're talking about it as an entirety, it would be at great, only because 4, 5, and 6 are carried. Well, if we're counting it as in the entirety, it'll be an it'd still be great because I feel like Rogue One, Rogue One, and the original trilogy are carrying a lot of dead weight when we when we talk about 8, 9, 1, 2, and 3. So that would be higher. Terrible Twilight. I mean, just no. They shouldn't have made those movies. And I feel bad that Robert Pattinson gets associated with Twilight because he's such a fantastic actor and he was great as in the Batman. And if you guys want to hear more about the Batman, go watch our Batman
Hey,
discussion
nice
video.
plug.
Like that. Resident Evil, I as a person who's loved the Resident Evil franchise, they did the series so much of an injustice by making whatever this was, because this was not Resident Evil. This was just zombies, and we're gonna make Mila Djokovic look badass. That's all this movie was. It had no substance. Who's Alice? Never a Resident Evil person. Don't make movies about video games and don't have the main people who are in it. So stop. That's what Twilight is to me. Transformers, I cannot stand what they did to Megatron. So this will always be on terrible for me because Megatron ain't no bitch and they made him that in these movies and I could not stand that. And then the new TMNT, just, I mean, come on. What were you doing, guys? Like, Michael Bay should not be making a Ninja Turtles movie, okay?
You didn't like the first Transformers?
Hated all of them because
Wow.
they made Megatron a bitch. And
Okay,
Megatron ain't nobody's bitch. There's no way Megatron would have got damaged in a battle and then Starfire would have just not repaired him at all. And then you have 2 other movies where Megatron has done nothing to try to fix himself. And then all of a sudden, oh, look,
Well,
as a person who loves Optimus Prime, oh, look, I'm Optimus Prime. I can heal. I can come back from the dead. No, Megatron is on the same level as Optimus Prime. You got to treat it as such and not him just getting 2-pieced and that's it. Period.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be doing a video where we force Alan to watch all the Transformers, and then he's going to complain
I've
the entire
watched them
time
all. This
and
is
tell us, or we're going to do it with us in the room, and we're going to hold you hostage until you're going to tell us exactly what you don't like about them, and
you'll
maybe
see. There's a lot.
turn you. All right, Chris, you want to go ahead and say the rest of your tier list from good all the way to the end, or you want me to go?
No, I got you. Give me okay. All right. Do that. Pop mine back up. What did I do? Where am I at? Great.
You're on good.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah, because I did good down.
Are you
I
sure?
did great.
Oh no, I didn't get to do my great because I didn't talk about these. Planet of the Apes. Like I said, cult classic. Good series. Wish I got a little bit more. Men in Black should be an excellent. What is this? The Hangover trilogy. Wait, no, that's Shaun of the Dead and stuff. Those are also great. I'm in between. It's definitely closer to excellent than great. Those are all fun movies. I enjoyed those a lot. Hunger Games should actually be down and good. That movie was a lot of the times was hit and miss. The Star Wars, I thought we were talking about the new sequel, so I put it in great. If we're talking about the sequel, or if we're talking about everything as a whole, I actually want it in excellent because I like the prequels. So because that's what I grew up with. Alan can groan and moan all he wants. I don't give a crap. Hellboy, we said that should be up in excellent. The Lego Movie. I had a lot of fun with that movie. That one surprised me. I like the animation style in it, like everything being built. The Lego movies are really cool. Rocky should actually be up in excellent. Hangover, the trilogy, like Alan said, the first one is great. The last 2, what else do I have there? Despicable Me. I actually really enjoy the first one a lot. But if we're looking at the series as a whole, I think it's going to be they're going to keep running it into the ground, unfortunately, because the next movie that's coming out, like we got a Minions movie, and now we're getting like a Baby Gru movie. So I'm like, okay, yeah, they're doing a movie where he's just a little kid. And then Star Trek, I'm actually going to move that up to excellent also. I really enjoyed that series. I didn't realize how many Star Trek fans actually hate that series, but I'm not a Star Trek fan, though. That's why I probably enjoyed it so much. So yeah, in good, I have Austin Powers. I'm actually gonna move that to great. I Those movies are a lot of fun. I enjoy those movies. Ninja Turtles, I'm gonna keep in good, only because I feel like I don't really remember. So I should give it another chance. Jackass, moving it up to great. That movie is a lot of fun. I cried laughing all those times. I still got to see the new one. Transformers, also, I'm gonna keep in good. Actually, the second one's my favorite just because of the twins. Those guys are a lot of fun. All the rest. What was the last one? The Last Night or something like that. The one with
Who the hell knows?
there's a dragon and all
knows?
this other crap. I don't know.
That's what it is.
I didn't
Trash.
see any of them with Mark Wahlberg. Whenever he started showing up, I didn't see it.
Oh,
So that's why I stopped. Riddick is actually going to move up to excellent. I don't know why I put it in good. And also, Kung Fu Panda is going to move up to excellent. Both those movies are fantastic and a lot of fun. In okay, I have the newest Ninja Turtles movie. I thought it was all right. I thought they were going to make more, but whatever. And like I said, it's
You
been...
know why didn't it make more?
Why?
Because they were bad.
Oh, okay. Well, then there you go. So yeah, so it wasn't. It's not what I wanted. And then in terrible, of course, I have Lord of the Rings. That
Oh
that
my
movie.
He's trolling. He's trolling. Please.
That movie.
Look, we just got
Listen.
to 100 subs. Please.
Listen,
please.
We
when
just got
when I go to MegaCon this year and I see Elijah Wood, I'll give him a shoulder rub and ask him.
you
know, how
you
does
mean
it-
Daniel Radcliffe?
How does it feel
Oh
to be
my
so
God.
excellent and have to be in this movie? I'm
Ooh.
so sorry for you. And yeah.
All right, Chris, put up my list. Oh man. Okay. Whenever you are ready,
Yeah,
finish
you're
this
good.
off. Okay, so there's a few here that I need to move a lot. Actually, quite a few. Hangover definitely needs to be at least great. I thought about it again, and the first one, it really does carry
It
the
carries
rest.
the weight.
And it's just so good. And when I got to thinking about it, I'm like, I had such a great time watching that movie, and it's just hilarious. It's my kind of funny too. Die Hard, I've only seen the first one. I thought it was good. Nothing too spectacular. A nice, if you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm not really a horror fan, because I think they're all very predictable.
You better
They're all the
watch it.
samey to me.
You better watch it.
Godfather was actually one of those movies that I thought was overhyped. I remember
What?
seeing it in my TV production class in high
Wait,
school.
what movie? What movie?
The Godfather.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's not okay. It's not okay. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just a good movie. But I think it was overhyped. Men in Black should have been in great. The first one, I love the first one, and really cool, unique. Rambo should also been in great, as well as Mission Impossible. I love the first few Mission Impossibles. After a while, I don't know where we're at, like 7 now.
They're all
After a while, I just stop because I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this probably should have ended a long time ago.
great. No,
Bro,
no.
I had to watch a recap for the one with Henry Cavill. I was just like, I have no idea where we
They're
are.
good.
When you need a recap, you've made too many.
No.
Hot Fuzz should also be moved up to great because it is a fun movie and it's also a really great post-apocalyptic world, which is it's great. Karate Kid, good movie. Nothing bad to say about it. Another disclaimer about the movies and okay and good here. Animated movies aren't really my thing. It's not something I would willingly go watch in a movie theater. Only if it's like on Netflix or something I don't have to pay for.
This is the face of judgment right here.
Hey, we have different tastes. But the Incredibles was a pretty cool movie. But I still stand by my thing. Transformers, the first one was okay. Not great, not good. It did its job of entertaining, and that's exactly what it did. Ace Ventura had its funny moments, but Jim Carrey can be a little bit too much for me sometimes. This was definitely one of those movies where he was just over that line for me. Now if you're talking about like Liar Liar or
George
Me
the
Myself
Jungle.
Me Myself, what's the movie called? Me Myself and Irene or something like
Myself
that.
and Irene.
That was a funny movie.
Cable
He
Guy?
wasn't too much. He wasn't too much in those movies for you, Andy.
No, not like an Ace Ventura.
Okay.
Madagascar is okay. Um,
I was kidding
they
about
were they
George
they
of
were
the Jungle,
fine.
by the
Yeah.
way, for the audio listeners.
George, yeah. Friday 13th, same. It's just scary movies. They're okay. Jackass should go up to good because it did provide a lot of laughs and what better cast than a bunch of friends, right? James Bond, that movie takes itself too seriously. It's got great action scenes and the cars are super nice. But nothing too crazy. Naked Gun is my kind of funny, but it was just okay. It was too much. It should have been a little bit shorter. I prefer Police Academy if we're gonna go with these types of movies. I love Police Academy. Despicable Me animated, Ice Age animated, Lego was good. Triple X I actually needed to put down into did not watch because I did not watch it. Toy Story, Kung Fu, they're
It's
okay.
disrespectful. Disrespectful.
Toy Story is
You know?
another one of those movies I think is
Don't you even
supremely
say it.
overhyped.
Don't you
Supremely
even say it.
overhyped.
All right.
Kung Fu Panda was okay. Scary Movie should be moved up to great. The first one was really good. I remember
What?
watching when I was young. Yeah. Scary
Wait, so
Movie?
you're gonna have the scary movie franchise over Toy Story?
Yeah, 100%. I'd rather watch Scary Movie than Toy Story.
You like the first
Say-
one the most?
Oh, Scary Movie?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, the
first
original.
one's great. The
Yeah.
first
Is
and
the first one the
second
one that
were
they're in the
fantastic.
haunted mansion?
No,
Yeah.
that's the second one.
That's the
No.
second. The second one's my favorite.
Yes, it is. The second one is Take
The
My
grab.
Strong Hand.
Yeah, Take My Strong Hand. That's my favorite.
That's the second
Oh,
one.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, that's my
Halloween, another scary movie, not my deal. Not good. Austin Powers
favorite.
had its funny
Disrespectful.
moments, had its memorable moments. Other than that, it was just stupid. It was that stupid kind of funny.
Disrespectful. One of the
Not
best
my kind of
trilogies
funny. I don't want
ever.
to I don't want to say stupid funny. It was just not my kind of funny. Scream, eh. I mean, I don't know. Not for me. Ghostbusters, I didn't really like the original. The cast of the three guys were great, but other than that, it's just the movie didn't do anything for me. Matrix, that should be terrible for me. I got nothing from it at all.
Wait. That was the new Matrix, right?
The Matrix franchise. This is franchises. Yeah. So yeah, that should be moved to terrible along with RoboCop. There, it's just sometimes when we don't do anything for you, and the Matrix was one of them. It was a cool idea. The special effects you cannot argue with that. They were not excellent for the time. They were great, but the movie itself is just nah. I would never choose to watch it. And then RoboCop, yeah, cool idea again.
I think
But I
Andy
thought it
did
was
this episode just
I
to
thought
get
it
me
was bad.
mad. I put this
Hey man,
episode,
everybody has a different taste. You guys obviously like animated movies. I am a complete opposite. That's all it is. That's it. And yeah, that's it. Is that all of the lists?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
it was done very quickly.
Yeah, it
and
was. It
still
was.
took a while.
I know this. If I had like 10% more energy, this would have been way better. But for next time, I have something else that's gonna be harder than this. So, but it's not a tier list, so get ready for it. But yeah, unless you guys have anything else to add, that will be it for the show.
No, just remember to leave a comment on the short on the YouTube channel so you can be entered to win that mouse. We'll be sharing that all week to make sure all you guys get a chance to enter. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And make sure to follow us on socials, and meet us here again next week when Chris hosts. Yeah. Yes, because Alan hosted last. I'm here now, and so you are next.
Yes,
Are we gonna have a show on next Tuesday?
We should if my flight goes to plan. I get back at 3 p.m.
On Tuesday?
On Tuesday.
We'll have a show anyway.
We should just cancel it.
No, we'll have a show anyway.
Oh boy. Okay. Hopefully it doesn't snow like crazy up there and doesn't get canceled. All right. All right. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching episode number 53 of the Last Place Fire Team show. We will maybe see you next week. Until then, Last Place Fire Team